Um, Good morning, guys. This is Dollar here. We're actually gonna be doing a few breakdown of some view pairs, of which if we can actually go down to it, we're gonna the first thing that we're actually gonna be looking at, we're gonna be looking at gold because yesterday I actually made a trade idea on Euro USD and US dollar JPY. So now we're just gonna be looking at gold and trying to find out what is it that we actually see from gold. So I'm gonna start from the monthly time frame as always. That's why I actually always start my analysis. Then I have to actually do a full breakdown, actually top down analysis, go into smaller time frames. So basically, previously what we saw, actually we saw gold actually turning there, and then we saw the second time gold actually attempting on going that area and actually coming back down. So I still have belief that this thing is actually still gonna go to that area there before it can actually find that momentum to go to the downwards. So that's gonna be my area of strong interest. That's gonna be my resistant area. I would just call that my resistance area. And also I'm just gonna draw a line here on the lowest recent price. So right now we are actually in this close bound range on the monthly time frame. And if you can notice what actually happened previously, you can see that previously this area was acting as a still area of strong support, pushing the market to go to the upside. And then the market actually broke up below that area up until it actually came back. And also gold actually going to the upside. So what I'm gonna be doing right now, I'm just gonna go to my weekly time frame. On my weekly time frame, whatever that I was actually talking about, it's actually now coming to play, and I can probably see that support that I'm actually talking about. I'm just gonna draw a line there. That line is actually guiding me on that support that I actually had. So looking on that support, what I can probably see, I can just draw a zone there. There I have that zone, and there I have that zone. That zone that I was actually talking about, it was acting as a support. It acted as a support, acted as a support, acted as a support, acted as support up until the market actually broke, and then it acted as the resistance. Now the market has actually broken above it, so now it's acting as a support going to the upside. And when, if you guys remember, when the market was actually, I spoke about this W pattern, how if we can just break the neckline, and then we're gonna see the market to test for the neckline before continuation, and that's what we exactly saw. So I'm just gonna continue adding my lines on the weekly time frame everywhere where this thing actually turned. When I'm talking about everywhere, I'm talking about where the market actually I'm gonna be drawing lines on the higher lows and the lower lows. Basically, this was my higher low before the market actually came back down, hence I drew that line there. So basically what you have to do, you have to draw a line on your higher lows and your higher highs and lower lows, you know. So basically there I have it. I'm also gonna have another one there. If you can look at this recent one, what you can probably be able to see it is that this market actually previously it actually turned multiple times there, acted as a resistance, acted as a resistance, and then we saw the market actually acting as a resistance again before it acted as a support going to the upwards. So basically this is what I actually have on there. This is what I actually have on the what is it called, on the weekly time frame. And also I'm also gonna draw another one here because I have a strong belief that the market actually on this area here, what actually happened is the market actually turned there, then came back to turn there twice, and then came back to turn there again before it actually came back down. So basically right now, if we can look at price without doing a lot of things, we can see that the market, this area was sort of like a zone. This area was sort of like a zone. Remember, if you draw these two lines and then they're too close to each other, just know that that area it's gonna be acted as a zone. So basically here there we have our zone, and if you can look at it, this area it was acting as a resistance so many times up until the market actually finally broke above it. And after that break, what we'd expected it is that gold is still going to continue to go deeper into that area before it can actually turn. But then what we saw actually happening, we saw gold actually coming back to retest of this area before it can actually go to the upside. So this area here, that's where we actually have our support area, and we're looking forward to actually going towards all the way to 2070. Okay, so right now the market is just there retesting, it's a retracement, and then we're gonna see the market actually punching all the way going to the upside. So we're gonna go to the weekly now. Okay, on the daily, sorry, let's go down to daily. So going down to daily, what we can actually do, I can use my trend lines from that low, connect all those higher lows going to the upside. Okay, so basically this is what I'm actually seeing here. So I've just connected that. So this is now gonna guide me on the trend where the market actually going. And what I can notice it is that the market is actually still going to the upside. So if I can just look at it nicely, what I can actually do from this area, I'm just going to connect all those high highs just like that, and then there I have it. So I have this sort of like a channel on the daily time frame, and looking forward to it. What we actually saw it is that the market actually it actually created some sort of like a channel, and so saw the gold actually coming down to retest. I had actually expected it that the market, once the market actually breaks, I had actually expected it that once the market actually touches the upper channel on the daily time frame of this channel, of which we saw this channel actually being acted so many times. We saw this channel actually acting coming down. It acted twice, coming down again, and then it actually acted, went down. So this touch here, it was very much appreciated, and we knew that gold is actually going to come down, because obviously there was no way on the weekly time frame the market was just going to continue going to the upside. Because if you guys can remember, previously I'd say that if like we have a resistance and we have a support, and then we saw the market actually breaking that resistance, we normally expect the retest to the newly created support, because this, since previously it was a resistance, now that since the market actually broken above it, it is now our new support. So normally we would expect the market to actually just come back to support there before it actually goes to the upside. And that's what we actually saw. So right now the market is actually coming back now to the newly created support. And then from then we're gonna see those buys actually taking place going to the upside. Okay. So I'm just gonna remove this. So right now what we've just seen, it is that we saw the market actually breaking below this channel, yeah. We saw the market actually breaking below this channel here. So a break below that channel is actually giving us some moves that, you know what, gold is still has a possibility to actually sink much lower before it can actually go to the upside. So what we're gonna be doing here, I'm not gonna remove I'm just gonna remove this zone, the one that we have from the weekly time frame. I'm just gonna remove it, and then I'm gonna draw a newly created support on the daily time frame. So basically looking at this area here, this is our now our support area, of which you would normally expect gold to actually come back to before it can actually go to the upside. Why am I saying this is our newly created support? It's because previously what we actually saw happening is that this area was acting as a support so many times there. We saw the market attempting, and then on the final attempt, it actually pushed to the upside. So the market is now coming back since it has actually broken below this channel. So now we normally expect the market to actually come back deeper into this area before it can actually find those buying entries actually going to the upside. So now we're just going to be waiting on gold to actually move deeper into this area before we can actually take our buys. So going into H4, let's explore that zone that we have on H4. So on H4, it actually makes quite a lot of sense, because like that support that I'm actually talking about, it's actually now making sense to us, that we know we're gonna see the market actually move much deeper into this area, and then from then that's when we're gonna see our buyers actually coming to taking place. And if you remember, I had actually made a video on counter trends, because if like you can look at this, the market is still on an uptrend. If you can look at this, the market is still on an uptrend. Let me change the color of this. If you can look at this, the market is still on an uptrend. The market is still on an uptrend. Okay. So basically now this was the previous higher low, of which right now we normally expect the market to actually come back to that area. This is the last area that it can actually go to. Because if like gold can actually break below this area, that means now gold has actually changed on directions. It's just gonna come back down. Okay. So now we normally expect this thing to actually come back down here. And then from then we're gonna have our buying entries going to the upside. So for those who actually probably they are doubting the support, and because like this support is just a support that's actually in the middle of nowhere. But then when you look at it on the weekly time frame, it makes a whole lot of sense. So we're gonna use also counter trend lines. Counter trend lines, I'm just gonna draw it like this. So this is what we call a counter trend line. What is a counter trend line? A counter trend line, it is a trend line that you usually draw in between a trend. So basically it's just gonna guide you. Let me just say the market is on an uptrend like this. As you know, the market actually creates impulsive moves, and then we have the reversal, and then impulsive move, and then we have the reversal, and then impulsive move again. So what is a counter trend? A counter trend is a trend line that I actually draw on the what? On the reversal. Basically like this, like that, so that when the market actually breaks above that area, you know that the trend is about to continue. When the market actually breaks above that area, you know the trend is about to continue. So that's why we call a counter trend line. So counter trend line, what examples of counter trend lines do we have? Here we had a counter trend line like that. It was a counter trend line because we knew that the market is on an uptrend. We knew that the market is on an uptrend because it has been creating all these higher highs going to the upside. So what we actually did there, it is that we actually waited for the market to actually break the counter trend line. created a reversal, and then we took that buy. So that buy was very legit, and it actually yielded a whole lot of profits. So that's what we call a counter trend line. So right now we've drawn our another counter trend line here, of which once the market actually breaks this counter trend line, we know that gold is now going to 2070. Okay, so that's just another way. Trading, there are many ways to actually kill a bird, to kill a cat. You just have to actually apply the knowledge and actually roll with the knowledge. The knowledge is there. The knowledge is a lot. You just have to do the right things. And then if you do the right things, just know that everything is just gonna come into play, and then you're gonna actually make a lot of money. We had so many areas that we had counter trend lines, and counter trend lines are actually gonna help you guys with aiding your trades. Here we had a counter trend line as well. Market actually has been attempted coming down, and then it broke, and then came back to retest, and then we saw that move actually happen and go into the upside. So there are so many areas that you can literally draw your counter trend lines, especially when the market is trending. And then the only thing that you can just do as a trader, you can make a lot of profits by just following counter trend lines. So here we're gonna take our buy. We're gonna take our buy here. We're gonna take our buy there around this. We're gonna take our buy there. Just look at it daily. I like to enter my trades on daily because H4 it shows me a whole lot of unnecessary stuff. It shows me a whole lot of unnecessary stuff. So I'm just gonna be focusing on. I'm just gonna focus on the daily time frame. Daily time frame, that's where we're gonna take our trade. We're gonna take our trade there around 62. Stop loss where? Stop loss slightly below. Stop loss below. Basically, there's gonna be 200 pips stop loss. If you can use 0.01, you're risking $20 in an aim to actually benefit how much? In an aim to actually benefit $90. $20 for $90. $200 for $900. $2,000 for $9,000. $20,000 for $90,000. So basically, that's just it. Me, I'm not gonna concentrate on a lot of things. And one thing that you're gonna see, if like you wanna be cautious about this trade, there are so many ways. Just like I said, there are so many ways to actually enter this trade. If like you wanna be cautious, you can, at least just take our entry point to a bit down to 55. Yes, let's just take our 55. 55 is good. So another thing as well, you can just, because remember a counter trend line, you can also use the below channel as well. You can draw another below channel as well. Okay, there we have it. So we have another below channel as well. So this actually tells me now, it gives me an idea that the market is gonna come back here. So let's just we're gonna enter at 19,150, and then we're just gonna stop loss at 1,935. Well, let me just take it a bit down. Okay, so this is where we're gonna enter our trade. We're gonna enter it at 1,950, and then we're gonna take it up there. So basically, I have an idea that the market is actually gonna sink. The market is actually gonna sink to touch the below channel, and then we're gonna see the market actually go into the upside. If you are late on this trade or you want a safe entry, you can just wait for the market to actually break this counter trend line and then buy. Simple as that. It's still another great way to actually enter trades. The best way and the safest way to actually enter trades. Okay, so on the weekly, how does it look? It looks nice, I guess, because we've done all our homework. Definitely it looks nice. Daily as well, it looks very nice. So we're just gonna take our trade there, then we're just gonna take it all the way. So the risk reward ratio is gonna be 1:682. Let me just write it down on my board. I'm just gonna trade buy gold at 1,950. Stop loss at 1,935, and then take profit at 1,910. Let's just make it 65. Let's just make it 65. So we're gonna take profit at 1,965 instead of 1,970. I mean, so 65 is just gonna be somewhere around here. Okay. Okay, that's it. So our risk reward ratio is gonna be 1:6. That's a lot. So you don't have to do a lot of things. I mean, like you can make a lot of money out of this trade, if like you're very smart, you can be, if like you're a trader who actually psychologically you're very strong, you can make a lot of money from this trade, because one thing about this trade is just gonna go like this, like that. That's how it's gonna go. So that you're gonna have so many counter trend lines. You're gonna have so many counter trend lines. That's another buy. That's another buy. And then just continue up with it. Everywhere where it actually retraces on 1 hour, actually forms sort of like a reversal. Draw a counter trend line. It breaks, you buy. Draw a counter trend line. It breaks, you buy. So basically, you can have a lot of trades with this. You can enter as much as possible. So this was gold. And okay, before we actually move further, let's just look at the commitment of traders, and we're trying to understand what the institutions are actually doing. Just gonna trying to understand what the institutions are actually doing. Desktop. We're trying to understand what the institutions are actually doing. Documents. I have an Excel file here that we're actually gonna be. Let me just pause this a bit. Okay, so there we have it. This is my commitment of traders. I just recorded myself. Just recorded down myself. Okay. The one actually just recorded. So I just take the data from the website and then I record it down so that I can actually keep track of what's actually going on. Okay. So we're just gonna go to gold. Gold is on the second sheet. Okay. This is gold. Okay. So looking at gold, what you can be able to see from this era, it is that gold actually, just put it here. So gold on the first week of December we're on 115 total. Okay, so that was quite huge. So right now we went all the way to 192. So let's look at it. What has actually been happening? From 211,000 buyers, we're now at 260,000 buyers. That's a total of like 50,000 buyers being added. From 96,000 sellers, we're now at 67 sellers. That means that we had a decrease of 30,000 on the sellers. And then on the 2 weeks back, we added 21,000 buyers and we added 7,000 sellers. This week we decreased 6,000, and that side we decreased 3,000. So, but then the total is still very strong, from 115,000 to 192,000. That's a total of like 78,000. Okay. So basically this actually tells us that gold is actually very, very strong. So gold, I believe, with this kind of report, gold is still gonna push. Gold is still gonna push to the upside. That move to towards 2060, it's very much expected and it's coming. Okay. So that was all. So where are we gonna be looking at next? I'm just gonna try and find out. I'm just gonna be making another video. Well, guys, shouldn't forget. Don't forget, subscribe, like, comment, say whatever that you want to say, and we'll try to figure out how much and how can we actually help you. Okay, so basically we just want you guys to actually participate. If like you can participate, and then we can try and figure out how to actually help you with your trading career. If like you're struggling with psychology, we'll help you with psychology. If like you want signals, premium signals, just leave it in the comment section. We're gonna give you premium signals. Okay, so basically, and we're gonna give you premium signals for free. So basically right now we're just pushing our brand, and as much as if you're using our broker, which is actually Xness, and then we're going to give you lifetime premium signals as long as you're trading with the broker that we're actually trading with. That way it makes our signals more accurate and no one is actually left behind, so that we can all eat from the same table. This was Dollar here from the Goats of Wall Street. See you all guys on the next one.